that she's not gonna go home with jeans. She spots some jeans.
Hello, welcome back to A Vintage Splendor. I'm Annette, and today we are at the Savers in Arcadia, and I'm going to thrift a 90s Ralph Lauren aesthetic. I think it's one of the easiest trends, vibes, aesthetics, collections, whatever you want to name it. And the best part about it is you can thrift exclusively in the men's department for all of the key pieces for that like preppy equestrian vibe. It's one of my favorite looks to wear in the fall. So think, 90s Princess Diana, model off duty. It's really great blazers, sweatshirts, denim, button downs, like a nice cable knit sweater. So that's the aesthetic we're going for. If I find something with a little bit of soft florals, because Ralph did do some really great floral dresses during the 90s. But anyways, I'm going to kind of walk you through the process. I'm going to show you what pieces are essentials and how to thrift the men's department. So this is like a twofer. It's like thrifting a Ralph Lauren vibe, but also thrifting in the men's department for all the goods. So let's go. And we skipped the shopping part because this is going to be full. I stopped in the women's department real quick just to do a quick scan of the blazers, but one of the essentials for getting that 90s Ralph Lauren look is a really great blazer. I love something in a navy, but anything that has more menswear fit, so it's got like a really great shoulder pad detail, and if it's double-breasted style, it's going to be perfect. I really love like a subtle pinstripe too. So I'm going to look here before I look in the men's department. But again, we're looking for navy, we're looking for something with a subtle pinstripe, and you need to have that really strong shoulder moment. Not navy, but it's a color that is of the moment right now. I'm going to throw this on in a minute, but just a reminder to pull everything first, and then you can try everything on and start pulling together your outfits. That's how I always thrift. I like to take you through that process. I typically will know if something's going to work for me, because if it's really cropped, I just know that's not the vibe. So you can just like quickly hold it up, and if it's going to hit you at the hips or lower, it's going to be a good fit. Not this vibe, but this is such a cool 70s blazer. I'm guessing this is part of a leisure suit. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the bottoms in the pants department, because how amazing would that be? Like, this is the great thing about thrifting. We could be focusing on preppy equestrian, but we're finding like 70s Vegas. I call it manifestation. Ralph Lauren. This is definitely the vibe. I think putting this on with some jeans, maybe a sweatshirt, and then this over it is going to look really great. I'm going to add this to the pile to try on. I'm telling you, this is one of the easiest looks and brands to thrift on a regular basis. Any thrift store you go to, they are going to have either Ralph Lauren or something that is Ralph Lauren inspired. Let's go to the men's department now. One of my favorite departments, men's knitwear and men's active sweatshirts basically. And another essential that you need for that Ralph Lauren vibe is a really great sweatshirt. So if you're looking for a sweatshirt, I would say something that is like vintage sports team, something for like a college, or even like a destination, like maybe some like great little city in New England. And then in the knitwear department, you're just looking for something that's super cozy. I prefer men's knits like this, something in a cashmere and a wool. They're cheaper than women's, cashmere and wool sweaters. And then the sweatshirts, again, I'm looking for something that might be in a more like neutral color. I know I can do neutrals from time to time. So when it is a crew neck, I think blue, I think beige, I think white with a little bit of pattern on it. And then when it is a knitwear, again, the same color palette, because again, I'm trying to go for that very, very specific look. Okay, not specific to our aesthetic, but a good tip is to really dig through the men's knitwear, because in the 90s and even up until a couple of years ago, Ralph Lauren was producing really great men's turtlenecks and knits, and they have either an American flag or it'll say sport on it, or it has like a very Americana feel to it. So you don't want to skip this department because you can find really great pieces. So a really easy way to spot a really great quality sweater is like you actually want to like dig through and actually like feel the fabric. So you're going to look for wool, you're going to look for cashmere ideally, but a lot of sweaters are also nylon and acrylic mix, and I get it, some people can't wear wool because it's a little itchy. So we have something here, this is a wool blend versus something that's probably like a poly. That's what you want to avoid, but you want to get pieces like this with a texture, and I think as you're flipping through, as you're going through the racks, that's what you're going to be able to find, and it really simplifies it. I'm a very tactile person, and that's how I'm able to scan quickly. I visually look at it, and then I'm able to target pieces specifically like this. This is exactly the vibe I'm going for. It's not wool or cashmere. It is an acrylic and nylon blend, but that's okay. It's actually going to be less itchy than wool, but I think this with some jeans and one of those blazers over it is going to be so good. And then like some Western boots. Yes! I'm going to attempt not to buy any sweatshirts today because I have so many, and my requirement for this aesthetic or trend is to get a crew neck. You don't want anything with the hood. I just think it creates bulk under or over a blazer. Ideally, I love navy, I love white, I love something in a beige or a neutral color. And I would say most often the school, like vintage university sweatshirts, are typically blue, they're white, sometimes they're red. I like a pop of color, so you could add that. So I'm just gonna throw this into my rack just so I can style up some pieces, just to show you how all of this can come together. Is a men's button down. Here I'm looking for a crisp white button down or something that's wash chambray or something with a minimal pinstripe. This is where I'm like very, very particular because I don't love women's button downs at all. All of my button downs are men's because they just fit better. You're looking for something that is definitely an oversized fit, so look at the like full size range in the men's department. Don't limit yourself to just like one size. You want to look at all the sizes, and then you actually want to tuck in the button down into the skirt or the jeans that you're wearing that day, just to get an overall fit, because you just need to zhuzh it a little bit and it's going to look spectacular. So Ralph Lauren, again, is a brand that you can easily find. I'm like looking already. And if you can't find Ralph Lauren, I would say like Calvin Klein or even Tommy Hilfiger are good options. But randomly you'll find something cool like US Polo Association button down, and it has a really great like stitched little logo on it. I love that little like embellishment, and then again, that's like a piece that is an essential, because once we add the denim, which is going to be something I talk about in a minute, with the sweatshirt, with the sweater, with the blazer, the look comes together. Okay, perfect. Remember when I said you look for something that says like Polo Club? This is Beverly Hills Polo Club. This is a really, really crisp white button down. This is going to be really great. It's gonna have a great fit. Yeah, there's a kid who's really excited about this too. And then Polo, Ralph Lauren. This is what I'm looking for. I think this just really, really pulls that look together. And I have to say, I was looking for a really subtle pinstripe or color, but I kind of like the bold stripes. I don't have anything like this. So I'm going to try this on and see how it comes together. Really, really good. Tommy Hilfiger denim shirt. It's got the little logo stitched right there. And what I love about these is they're really great layering pieces. So you don't want to do a cardigan, you don't want to do a jacket, you can do a denim, especially with a skirt look or even over some jeans. I love like doing a really loose, oversized like chambray top with like my jeans and some heels if I want it to be dressed up. have to say, this is a random brand, Arrow Bradstreet. Nothing that I know. I don't think it's vintage, but again, it has that subtle pinstripe that I'm looking for, and it looks like it's a slimmer cut for men, but I think on me it's still gonna look great. Don't worry, I'm gonna try all this on and talk you through what is a keeper, what isn't, and how it all comes together. Okay, another essential, of course, is denim, and most of my vintage denim comes from the men's department. Again, men's vintage Levi's. Men's Levi's just fit so much better. I don't know what it is. It just does a booty good. So again, I'm gonna look from the smallest men's size that they have and work my way up to like probably around the size 33. For reference, I'm a modern size 25 or 26, and depending on the fit I want, I'm just gonna like go with a smaller size for something that's gonna sit higher on the waist, and then if I just want a baggier jean, then I can go up to a men's 32 or a 33, so it just like fits a little bit lower on the hips, or I can belt it for like a little bit looser fit. Side note, if you are unsure about vintage Levi's sizing and styles and fit, I have a really great guide on my website. I'm gonna link to it, and I realized I should probably do an in-depth guide here on YouTube about vintage Levi's sizing, the different styles, the fit, and all of that, but the link will be below. Check it out. Found these men's 505s. These are not vintage, they're definitely new, but this is, I think, going to give me that looser low-rise fit that I'm looking for, and at the very least I can try on some of the tops with the jeans, because I have so many jeans at home. I don't have to go home with these jeans. I know I'm gonna leave behind jeans, but you know what, I haven't even tried them on. But this is another tip I have, is if you typically wear certain pieces with jeans and you're not wearing jeans the day that you are thrifting or shopping, just grab some, put them on, and that way as you're styling other the pieces, the tops with the jeans, like you'll get an idea of it. Sometimes it's hard to imagine how you would style a piece, but if you're a denim gal and you're not wearing a denim bottoms the day you're thrifting, just pull some on, put it on, and then you can really visualize everything that you're trying on. Which is a tip from a stylist. As soon as she says she's not gonna go home with jeans, she spots some jeans that, you know, have that really nice color, some of that like fading and that wear. Oh, and especially the booty. I think these are probably 90s denim. They're definitely gonna be a looser fit, but I don't need to get them hemmed. That's a plus. And look at that, they're $10.29. And I'm telling you, the men's section for denim, blazers, sweaters is cheaper than women's. Not fair, but that's just the reality. Okay, so I'm looking for a baseball hat, thinking something that with a state park on it is very Americana, maybe something with, where was it? There was one that I had. I love like a generic baseball one, like you're looking for a 90s dad cap, and I have a few, so I'm not gonna go home with one, but I love something in a red, a navy, a beige. I don't know, maybe I need one of these to add to my collection. You can definitely find them from time to time with a Ralph Lauren logo on it, which I think is the ultimate 90s essential to have for every day. But for this look, I would love to get either this baseball one or this one, Glacier National Park. Did you hear that brown suede jackets are trending? I mean, I feel like everyone, people who aren't even into thrifting or vintage, are going to thrift stores to buy these suede jackets, and obviously I am all for it. More people thrifting, always a good idea, because look, you can shop a ton without spending a lot. Say this definitely fits the vibe of what I'm shopping for today. And another reminder to always shop the men's department. Like, you don't want to shop the thrift store like you would a traditional retailer. You need to shop the entire store to find everything. How does this look? Ready? Okay. Getting like the nod from Chloe. Maybe I need to add this to my vintage cup collection, even though I don't need any more.
If you don't get it, I will. I want it. $80?
Yeah. And like, this is a little crazy. I feel like you could buy this new, but I mean, Boston Harbor outdoor wear. So I feel like that's probably more legit than like, I don't know, ASOS suede. A few other pieces that I think you can add to your kind of capsule for that preppy equestrian 90s Ralph Lauren vibe. A rugby shirt, vintage preferably. You can look for a really great skirt that could pair well with either heeled boots or with cowboy boots. I think this is a really great chocolate color that would pair well with any of the knits that I got, or even the blazers for something a little bit more elevated, or look for dresses that are very minimal, very clean, but very feminine. I love the 90s dresses from Ralph Lauren. Surprisingly, there are a lot of florals, so I will share some inspo images just to give you an idea of what to look for to pull that look together. But I think it is time to try on everything that I got and just kind of talk you through the shopping process. Yes? Yes? The skirt, I pulled on the jeans under the skirt, took off the skirt. If you're a thrifting newbie, that's the easiest way to try on stuff when there aren't fitting rooms. I have to say the only annoying thing about men's button downs is a button on the opposite side. I don't understand. I have to make everything so hard for us as women. But once you get a button down, this is essentially the look I want. I love a baggier men's button down because then you can fold up the sleeves. You can really get in there and get that really, really nice baggier fit. Do like these jeans. Thinking I can either do the little button kind of that way or just felt it in a way so that it really scrunches it up and like just feels really nice. I think I like this. No, this was not like a print I was expecting for my button down for this trend, but I kind of like this bold stripe. I feel like I'm gonna rub my makeup all over. I'm gonna get makeup all over this if I try it on. And it's white. Trying to be mindful. Demure. All those things. Sweatshirt, great fit. I either like my sweatshirts a little bit more fitted like this, or they have to be extra long and really oversized so I can just throw them on and they're like that really cocoony feel. So I think I'm just gonna put on maybe this blazer just to give you an idea of how something that's a little bit longer cut is like the perfect aesthetic for this. So just imagine this, preferably in a navy, but you know what? This is a trendy color. You can make it work with this color palette, and then I would just felt this, and then probably do some Western boots or sneakers, a baseball hat. Yeah, I feel like this is really easy. Look, I don't need the blazer. I'm not gonna get the blazer or the sweatshirt. I think I'm gonna keep the jeans, but I wanna give you ideas of how all of these pieces can come together for that Ralph Lauren look, but also like if you're only shopping in the men's department, you can still create ultra feminine looks. Okay, I've doubled up on the button downs, but I wanted to show you what this denim shirt can look like as a layering piece, and it looks so good with the denim pants, but also this crisp button down. Such a good fit. And then just imagine this buttoned up. Really like this. Okay, this is definitely a different vibe than the denim, but I want to show you how a skirt can definitely give you that Ralph Lauren vibe without needing to have denim. I would just wear cowboy boots or some great riding boots or some chocolate boots, and then a blazer over it if it is something for work. Another thing that would look great is a turtleneck peeking out from under it. The skirt is obviously too big, but I have to say I love this men's sweater. It's really, really soft. It's a really good classic piece to have in my kind of like wardrobe arsenal. And then as I mentioned, like wearing a turtleneck under it and then wearing it with some jeans or some trousers would be really great for the winter months. I'm also just thinking like with another skirt, I could also even do heels, platform heels like this, and then do some tights and then really layer it on. That would be a really great option too. Decision time. So I actually put back what I was not gonna get, and my goal was to come home with like maybe one thing because I'm really trying to minimize how much I bring home, right? Aren't we all? But then the fines find me. Okay, you're definitely gonna get this because as I mentioned, it's gonna be such an easy styling piece for me. I can throw it on over a t-shirt or a turtleneck and then style it with some jeans, sneakers, easy for drop off. Vintage Levi's, these are 90s. These are gonna be so good for everyday wear. And then these three pieces I love. So crisp button down. I love the gold stripes on this. I just don't have anything like it. And then the Tommy Hilfiger I thought is a really, really good piece to just add to my wardrobe. But again, I'm also thinking I might do a preppy equestrian drop for my next edit. So I don't know if there's something you absolutely love that I showed you. I don't know. I may decide to just not keep it for myself and, you know, style it up for one of you to shop. But this is what I'm going home with. Again, pieces that I could rewear, restyle a lot of different ways. I was trying to be extra budget conscious today too, just, you know, so I have money to do even more thrifting as we get close to the holidays. I did not find the pants for this, even though I love this, but I feel like I want it as a suit moment, so I'm not gonna get it. Am I gonna regret it? I don't know. But it's time to check out and I'll meet you outside. I feel like a lot of you would want to know what this looked like on, so I put it on. I'm glad I put it on because I'm not obsessed with it. I think if it were fitted, it would look incredible, and then it needs to be part of a set, so I can, with confidence, leave this behind and not feel bad about it. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you had fun. I feel like shopping for a specific trend is a really fun way to go thrifting. It was really focused, which you know I'm usually not because I shop the whole store and then I come home with all the things. This is also a good reminder to shop the men's department. So much good stuff is hiding there. And let me just say, women know how to style this stuff better than the men do. I said it. It looks better on us. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I have a new video every Friday, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye!